Hello, and welcome back to Women Talk with the Truth. Thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. Hi everyone, welcome back to Women Talk with Patrice. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. I'm your host Patrice, and I have an amazing show planned for you guys. Today we are talking about extraordinary women and what they do inside the community. Please welcome my first guest. She has been in dentistry for over 20 years. She is the owner of Very Good Dentistry here in Syracuse, New York, and co-founder of Dental Leadership Academy. She has owned and operated and purchased 5 dental offices. This is just scratching the surface of my extraordinary guest. Please, everyone, welcome my first guest, Dr. Zina Berry, onto the show today. Hi, Dr. Berry. How are you doing today?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You are a woman of many things. First of all, before we get started, Dr. Berry, actually, I'm a twin. Everyone knows that as well. But Dr. Berry is my sister's boss, okay? So if Dr. Berry messes up on my name a little bit, it's because she works with my sister every day, okay?
Thank you. I'm so glad we have this disclaimer, okay?
Yes. Dr. Berry, so how are you doing today? How's everything going for you?
Everything's going well.
Great.
Yeah.
Can you let us know? I know you're not from Syracuse, right?
I'm from Miami, Florida.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, what was your experience like in Miami?
It was great. I mean, I grew up in a very metropolitan area that was very busy with a lot of kids and a lot of activities, and not so conservative as Syracuse is.
Okay.
Like, I had many different cultures that I can see and eat and enjoy their food and some of the celebrations they would have.
Yes.
So I am so used to having so many different outlets.
Yeah.
And so with Syracuse, I had to learn to create my own outlets.
I love that.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
So what made you choose Syracuse?
Actually, it was a career choice based on the fact that I had met a dentist here in Syracuse.
Okay.
And he actually recruited me up here to Syracuse. So.
Okay, so since you're from Florida, how is dentistry there? First of all, what made you get into dentistry? What made you do that?
I'm so glad you asked that question.
Yes.
So, as a kid, like maybe second or third grade, I was telling my mom that, I wanted to be a announcer, sports announcer or anchor on the TV.
Dr. Berry, you what?
Right. And my mom was like, well, you're going to have to read. And I was like, oh. I was like, I like reading, but not that much. And I was like more into science and math. And I thought, Mom, okay, I have to rethink that.
Yeah.
So later on, I decided maybe by 5th grade, I wanted to be a dentist.
Okay.
And I think it was because when I went to the dental office as a young child, I would have to catch the bus, and this is during times where you did things independently.
Yes.
Okay. So my mom never drove me to the dental office or anything like that. She would make the appointments, and I would have to go. And
what grade was this?
This is like 6th grade.
You went to the dentist
literally
by yourself?
I did. Yeah. Well, I catch the bus. I would go down. It wasn't too far.
Yeah.
And the MTA, Mark, Tony, and Anthony, or the Master Transport Association. I'm sorry. Let me just be corrected.
No, it's okay.
So I would catch the bus, go. I would get out of school. Like, my appointment was like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
My mom would write me a note, go to the dental office, get my dental work done, and then I would go back to school.
Okay.
I normally played some kind of sport, so I always had to go back.
Okay.
So when I met the dentist, I was like, I think I want to be a dentist. And he said, well, I think hairdresser would suit you a little bit.
What?
And I was like, no.
No, he didn't.
I'm like 12, and I'm looking at him like, no, I think I want to be a dentist.
Yes.
And he said, oh, okay. And he sort of, didn't encourage me or, kind of felt like this is what women do, basically, right?
Wow.
And I thought, I'm going to be a dentist.
Yes, just because this man said
he told me, he said I couldn't do it. I was like, oh, no, I can do it.
Yes.
And I did it.
I think that's so funny because why would he say hairdresser?
I have no idea. But he did. And I vividly remember, it's like some of the experiences in life that etch in your brain.
Yes.
That was an experience for me that etched in my brain.
And
I
stayed
kid
there.
you not.
Yeah, it's crazy. At
It
12.
was my motivation if I ever thought that I was going to slide off my goal. I was like, yo, no, you get back to it.
I love that you wanted to be a dentist at 12. Most people go towards something totally different and you stuck with it. Okay?
No. I like art. I like the science. And as I progressed in my studies to become a dentist, I found that that's what dentistry is. It really is a lot of art. It's really a lot of things that's creative.
Okay.
You know, and I really have the opportunity to recreate your smile and your soul.
Aww.
Because it's the window to your soul.
Ooh.
It's your smile. Everybody likes a great
I love
smile.
that. Can we talk about how, like, my sister, ever since she's been working with you, she always looks at my teeth?
Yeah.
Do you do that a lot with other people?
I see your teeth before I even notice you smile.
Well, that's lovely.
You have lovely teeth. Well, your teeth is just like your sister.
Are they? Okay, we're going to let her know that.
Yeah,
okay? Well,
so when she talks to you about that, you tell her she has the same thing.
I'm going to let my sister know that, you guys. So, Dr. Berry, you transitioned from Florida to Syracuse.
Yes.
Okay. How has that transition been for you?
Well, I went to school in Nashville.
Okay.
Nashville,
Wow.
Tennessee. I'm actually a graduate of Meharry Medical College.
Wow.
Which actually produces, majority of your African American physicians, dentists, and PhD candidates.
Wow. Okay.
So I just want to throw that in there.
I love that. They should know that.
Thank you. Howard is the other one.
Just in case people think they cannot be a dentist.
That's exactly. Okay, so there's Meharry, there's Howard, there's Morehouse, so there's plenty of schools now.
Okay.
So, when I first went to college, I went to Fisk University, which is across the street from Meharry, for the purpose of going to dental school.
Okay.
And then when I was working, I was working in a community health center setting in Chattanooga, and that's when I was recruited up to Syracuse from Dr. Ruben Coart at the Syracuse Community Health Center. And I actually ran the Syracuse Community Health Center as dental director for more than a year.
Wow, okay.
And then I branched out into private practice because I decided that I wanted to be in control of my own destiny.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
12-year-old to when you started. What a big dream. I love that. So what was the transition like when you decided? Was Dr. Berry, did you do Berry Good first or did you do other ones first?
Well, actually, I worked in the community health settings first. Yeah. And then I went into private practice.
Yeah, so did you do Berry Good first?
I did the health center first.
No, did you have other practices? Did you have other offices?
Not at that time.
Okay.
Not at that time. Yeah, not at that time.
So how did Berry Good come about?
So when I decided to branch out, I looked for offices and I actually found one.
Okay.
And then I actually purchased it and it was right there near Genesee Street, University area.
Yep.
And I've since moved since then because I actually tore down the building.
Okay.
However, the transition was great because as I purchased the practice, it was a lot of new things that I needed to learn. I had to figure out how to be a businesswoman pretty quick.
Yes.
Okay. And I remember for the first year, I put out a paper for about 2 weeks at a time, and I asked people to give me ideas of what to name the practice.
Wow.
And one of my patients, she's now deceased, bless her soul, she lived to be 101.
Wow.
Her name was Elaine Arnold, and she actually named Berry Good Dental. And I named it because she told me to. And I did it.
Beautiful.
And she came to me, I think when I met her, she was in her 70s.
Okay.
And she came to me all of that time until she passed. And I saw her 6 months within, her going home to homecoming, if you will. It was just lovely. Her daughter-in-law loves me to this day. And I love her too.
That.
So,
I did not know. That is a beautiful story.
It is. And I give her credit. And she used to come in the office and tell people, I'm the one that named Berry Good Dental. And I said, yes, you did.
I love that.
I do.
So how has living in Syracuse benefited you? With your Berry
being
Good?
that Syracuse is very conservative, I was able to raise my 2 children here. Okay. And I felt, as a single mom, I was a divorced person, and I came up with my 2 young children here in the 4th and the 2nd grade at the time. Yeah. A boy and a girl, and it went very well because this is so conservative in the sense that I feel like kids are still protected. Yes. They can still play in the park. They can still walk down the street. They can still play in their neighborhood.
They can still go to the dentist by themselves if they wanted to.
No, they can't do that. encourage that. But I just feel like, there's a little bit more of a safety net.
Okay.
Being from Miami, I didn't feel that way. I mean, you would really have to live in a very gated community in order to find that same kind of safety net in your neighborhood.
Okay.
And I found it here in Syracuse pretty conveniently.
Oh, I love that.
So,
So what else have you branched off out to?
Many things.
Okay.
So my entrepreneurship started way back when I was starting Very Good Dental.
Okay.
And actually, after I honed my skills in being a business person, I decided, I want to do a little bit more with my artistic side of myself.
Okay.
And I went over to a friend of mine's house. She's actually my Sarah.
Okay.
I'm an Alpha Kappa Alpha. I'm a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Okay.
And so is she. So she actually had this painting that she had done with some friends. I was like, oh, where'd you do that? She says, oh, I did that painting with a twist. She's in Rochester.
Yes.
And I said, oh, really? And I just immediately went on the phone and I looked it up and it's a franchise.
Ooh.
The next day, I was all over it.
No, you were.
I called, I texted, I even, I cased a couple people that had just purchased a franchise to figure out how was it working, what does it do, how is it going. And no one here in Syracuse had the franchise.
Yes.
The only other franchise was in Rochester.
Okay.
So I was like, why not me? So I called.
Why not?
I called and actually they invited me down. The headquarters was down in New Orleans. I went down there really fast, basically. They interviewed me and they can give you an opportunity to go and purchase. So they gave me that opportunity and honey, it took me no time. I went and purchased it.
It's the fact that you saw an opportunity and you woke up the next day and looked it up.
Yeah, that's sort of a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm impulsive to a certain extent, but then I have to back it up with hard work.
Yes.
So sometimes I'll get myself out there and I'll be like, oh my God, I don't know everything that I need to know, so I need to go back and do some homework.
Yes.
And I have to pull it together. So it's almost like the turtle and the hare.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm in between the turtle and the hare. You know what I mean? So sometimes the turtle has some good methodical processes and that hare is just zooming. So guess what? Sometimes I have to harness that energy from that turtle. Yeah. So long story short, I purchased it. I put it in place. I opened it in Liverpool.
I love that.
And I had it up until COVID.
Okay.
And then I decided I was near my ending of my contract, franchise 7-year contract.
Wow.
And so I decided to, after the, the employment problem, getting people to come back to work. And then the social distancing, it didn't work in that.
It didn't work the way that, yes.
So I decided, okay, let me let this go and close it down. And the artists actually are now working in different areas.
Okay,
so it worked out.
And you don't even regret that. That was just something that you tried.
No.
So, and that, for 7 years, that's pretty good.
No, it worked well.
Yes.
No, it worked very well.
Now, do you recommend wine when it comes to teeth? Because those are two totally different things.
No,
Okay.
I recommend white wine if we're gonna do it. Red wine, coffee, all of those things, teas, they all stain your teeth.
Oh.
Yeah. So I will say this.
I drink coffee and wine.
People who don't do coffee, teas, or drink wine, their teeth are whiter. That's all I have to say.
That is something I'm not giving up.
And you know what? And that's okay. That's why you come see us at the dental office, because that's what we do. We clean it, we whiten it, we do whatever you like to beautify that smile as much as you want.
I love that.
Okay.
So, Dr. Berry, not only do you have your Very Good Dentist office, you also have it is the Dental Leadership Academy.
Yes.
Can you let us know about that?
Yep. So, over the years of opening and being hopefully successful in the business itself, in the business of dentistry, I think I had 4 practices, and I was able to transition them into profit centers.
Wow.
So I was able to either sell them or transition them.
Okay.
And with that came a lot of hard work, skill sets, abilities, traction abilities, all of those things. And I was like, you know what? I had a coach. She's my aunt.
Okay.
And she has a PhD in education from Vanderbilt. Her name is Dr. Haste. And she and I decided, okay, guess what? Let's do something to actually teach leadership skills and performance training, so that not only are we bettering ourselves in business, but I also want to better everyone else that has the opportunity to align their team and the leadership skills that they would need to have in order to champion them into a profit.
Wow.
That's what I like to do. And it's funny because it actually lines up with dentistry.
Yes,
for me.
okay.
Because I have to lead my team, I have to scale my company. I have to train the individuals in the company and align them so that we're all on the same page.
Okay, when did you start this?
Last year.
Wow, how's it been going?
It's hard work.
Is it?
I talked about having that, turtle in the hair.
Yes.
So I've been that turtle,
Yeah.
and sometimes I had to jump forward to be the hair. So DLA is coming along,
Okay.
but it's more work involved because I don't know why I initially thought that because, I've been successful in everything else I've tried, this was not going to be, difficult.
Hard, yeah.
Ooh, baby.
It's like
a little bit more difficult.
It's like, yeah, because now this is an educational side to this,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So how do people get more information on this?
So Dental Leadership Academy is actually, we have a website.
Okay.
We actually have two arms, essential arms to this organization. So we teach leadership skills and performance excellence through training. So we have a seminar once or twice a year. And the next seminar we'll have will be in St. Augustine, Florida. And then we also have executive coaching, where we actually go into any business, particularly dentists, because we know that better.
Yes.
We know that most. Like to think we're experts in it.
Yeah.
So we coach dentists.
Okay.
And we actually help the dentists not only turn around their practices, but also have a happier way of doing business.
Okay.
Because we teach them how to align the skill sets for the team, but to be able to do it efficiently so that we can all go home and have a life.
Yes.
I
I
we
love
gotta
the
go home
fact,
and have
yes,
a life.
I love the fact that you're it's all the things that you did in life, and you are accomplishing all of these things. Okay.
I'm trying.
You're trying.
I'm trying.
You're like, it's only the first year.
Right.
Okay?
It's only the first year.
I think you're going to do amazing.
Well, thank you.
Where you said in Florida, so anyone can actually come onto this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But Florida, and where else are you going to go?
So our next destination will probably be in one of the Caribbean places.
What?
So Jamaica, Bahamas, or Aruba, somewhere like that. Because we want to make it such that it's a vacation destination that you learn.
Okay.
Because it's good for you to come in and have a course, but it also is good for you to relax and be able to enjoy.
Okay.
So I try to make sure I combine learning with relaxation, but making sure that you retain the information and be able to take it back to your office.
Yes.
But you're not able to do it when you just go to a seminar, then you go back to the office.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
don't even have time to think about it, absorb it, or have your team, understand the information.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that bringing your team to this kind of course will change your life.
Really?
Because we train you and the team at the same time.
Okay. Do you do any training for your team at Very Good now?
Absolutely.
I
All
love
the time.
that.
All the
Okay.
time.
I know Dr. Berry, she actually takes her team on a trip
Yes.
once a year.
Yes.
I'm about to be on Dr. Berry's team. You need a receptionist.
That's why your sister likes being on my team.
I'm like, you need a receptionist? Because I'll do it. Okay, but you also said not just dentistry, not just dental. Who else can do the leadership program?
So any company that wants to have some kind of alignment, team alignment, or performance training, because the biggest room for improvement is the open room that we're in.
Okay.
So we think we have improvement now, but we can move that needle forward. And you can move it forward and move it forward. We never stop learning. We never stop improving.
I love how you are such a good teacher, because I'm just sitting here she's really good at public speaking.
I don't know about that, but I've been doing this so long, and I have to practice my speeches. I have to practice my seminars, and so I'm in front of a fake camera, or I'm in front of a TV and I'm recording myself. Then I go back and I look at it like, okay, now you got to turn this way, you got to turn it way, but you got to make sure you know what you're talking about.
Yes, that is 100%
The content of your information is so much more important than what you look like.
Yes.
So
I love that.
But I like what I look like.
I love that too. So, Dr. Berry, what is your biggest accomplishment yet?
My 2 children. There's nothing more in life than them.
Okay.
So I love them. I've worked hard to raise them.
Yeah.
Doing it on my own was not easy, but having them come along with me has been the joy of my life.
I love that.
So when I graduated from dental school, I took my kids across the stage with me. My daughter was 2, and my son was, they're 16 months apart, so he was a year.
He's a dentist too?
No, my son is a pilot for the Air Force.
Wow.
And my daughter's a physician.
Wow.
So, no, they didn't follow me in dentistry.
Okay.
Can you believe?
No,
I can't either.
It's because they wasn't walking at 12 years old to the dentist's office. Okay.
I tried to get them to take the bus to the dental office. They told me no. My daughter was like, no. And my son looked at me like, I'm not doing that. She's older than he is. And I was like, oh my God.
I swear. I swear. But what is your next thing you would like to accomplish?
I would like to be very successful with the Dental Leadership Academy.
Okay.
I really want to grow and teach others how to not only enjoy work, but is a better way to do it. We don't have to struggle. We don't have to do it ourselves. We just need to have the people skills to be able to lead others to follow.
I love that.
Oh, thank you.
Yay, you're welcome. Dr. Berry, thank you so much for coming on the show. Not tuning in. People are going to tune in with you. But thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the viewers about your leadership program or even Berry Good Dental?
Sure. So with the Berry Good Dental office, I think that we are definitely scaling the company and we're growing like leaps and bounds, but what's more important to me is maintaining the quality. So I constantly having training sessions for my staff, so as we grow, we're growing together. I like that.
That sounds like a commercial.
As far as the Dental Leadership Academy, I think that anyone that's interested in making sure that they have somebody to help them understand what the business is doing, we have that ability to look on top of the business and look down, and we can look at fragment pieces, we can look at it as a whole. But we can understand where the leaks are.
Okay.
We can see where the problems are. Because you're in it, it's harder for you to see it.
Yes.
For me, it's not so hard because I'm not emotionally involved. So I can give you the best benefit that you can have in regards to training, giving you the leadership support that you need to really fly.
I love that.
It's like taking off on the side of the mountain and growing wings as you fly. I like it. Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to grow my wings.
I'm going to need you to write that down to me. That was good. I love that.
Well, thank
you so much for coming on to the show with us today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. You guys, we will be posting all of Dr. Berry's stuff on our social media, on our Facebook and Instagram page. Stay tuned for our next guest. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Zina Berry, and words that I like to live by are the future of what we're trying to do in life is boundless. I live by the fact that I want to make sure every day counts, and I make sure that the things that I'm doing for anyone is a product of what I feel as though it's going to be great. So if it's good enough for my mom or my dad or any of my family members, it's definitely going to be good for you.
My next guest is the founder and executive director of House of Psalms 23, located in Syracuse, New York. It is dedicated to breaking the cycle of poverty, abuse, incarceration by restoring balance and harmony through individual empowerment. With over 15 years in the human service field, my next guest is nothing less than extraordinary. Everyone, please welcome Ashlee Haste onto the show today. Hi, Ashlee. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Wow, you look beautiful, first of all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Patrice.
I love that. You really do. Ashlee, thank you so much for coming on today. You are a woman of many things. Okay,
Yes.
I read that bio. Okay, I loved it. It's beautiful. You're originally not from Syracuse?
Correct.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from South Carolina.
Okay, what?
Small town.
Small town? I'm trying to think. I read a book in this lady. Charleston?
No.
Where?
I'm about an hour outside of Charleston.
Okay.
Bamberg.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, population probably about 1,000 people, maybe, if that.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's very small.
here's to my next question. Then. What made you, how did you relocate to Syracuse?
Yes, family.
Family?
And so I come from a military background, and
Okay.
so constantly traveling. And the last place where my family was posted was in Watertown.
Okay.
So grandmother decided to stay in Syracuse, and we've been here ever since.
Yes.
Yes.
How old were you when you moved?
I came to Syracuse when I was about 14.
Okay.
Yes.
And how was that experience though? Because being a teenager, going from 1,000 people to,
Listen.
I don't know, 1,200, because Syracuse is not that big.
Okay.
How was the transition for you?
It was very different. It was very much a culture shock.
Yeah.
Because down south is it's southern, you know,
Yeah.
and you have somewhat of a mix, but pretty much it's African American.
Okay.
Not very diverse, I
Yes.
would say that. And so coming to Syracuse, New York, I seen all different races of people, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. You know,
you
all
loved
creeds.
it.
It was nice.
Yes.
It actually was nice.
Okay, I love that. You come from a military background,
Yes.
right? What is your nationality?
Yes.
All right.
I am Greek, Trinidadian, and African American.
I
Yes.
love that. Okay, have you ever been to Greece?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that was actually a graduation present to myself.
Okay.
This past May, we left in May. Yeah,
Okay.
it was amazing.
I love that.
Yes.
Wait, what did you graduate from?
Syracuse University.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. What made you choose Syracuse University?
So it was a no-brainer. Number one, my mother, when we came to Syracuse, she actually received her master's and her PhD from Syracuse University.
Wow.
And then I actually was at Onondaga Community College studying human services.
Yes.
I was the first candidate for the 2+2 program, which made it like a seamless transfer into SU, into the social work program.
Okay.
I had to write, the entrance letter, but it was like almost a guarantee. But when they received the entrance letter, they were just like, yeah, we want Ashlee.
I
It was
read
amazing.
that about you was a 2+2.
Yes.
What is that exactly?
So it's an agreement between the different universities in upstate New York.
Okay.
So it used to just be, it was like 4 colleges when I graduated from there.
Yeah.
And now it's like all of the SUNY schools, the private schools, I believe. I might be wrong.
Okay.
But there's a few of them on that list. Okay. So,
okay.
But anyway, it's a agreement with those schools that will allow a student to major in. It depends.
Okay.
But they'll major in whatever it is that they're majoring in, and then they'll be able to transfer right into the school of their choice.
Okay.
Yes, as long as they keep a certain GPA.
And
so you have to have a 3.0 and
Yeah.
up, and that was easy. A no-brainer for me because I love human services.
I love
I
that.
love people.
What made you actually want to become a social worker?
So when I was 14, when I moved to
When she
Syracuse,
moved to Syracuse.
okay, my mother got me signed up with CNY Works,
Okay.
and it wasn't supposed to be that, but they accepted me, and so because CNY Works for the summer youth program, they go by income.
Okay.
And so with that piece, they allowed for me to join in, and my position was at Northside CYO with Catholic Charities.
Okay.
And I worked with the refugee children at the time, and
Wow.
they were coming from Sudan, Bosnia, and Kosovo. And that was a very rewarding experience for me because I'm 14,
Yes.
and I'm like, okay, like instant gratification. I want everything, right?
Yeah.
But seeing children who didn't have anything and coming to America, starting from scratch, and like they came from a war-stricken area.
Yes.
So coming here with that mentality, like they don't know what's going to happen to them next. And for me to be able to help and provide, it was an eye-opener for me.
To even understand, to see that at 14.
Yes.
And it's crazy because my daughter is about to be 14 years
Okay.
old. And earlier this year, we're driving the car, and she said she wanted to be a social worker.
Oh, wow.
But first, she wanted to be a veterinarian. So
Okay.
it was 2 different things.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So to want to do that at 14, did you do a lot of research on that? Like it touched your heart? Did you do a lot of research on that?
So it touched my heart. I wouldn't necessarily say I did research. It
Okay.
was more so I like put myself out there. My mother made sure I volunteered in every which way I could.
Okay.
So Salvation Army at the annual Christmas giveaway, Christmas Bureau is what it's called.
Okay.
I was volunteering for them.
At 14?
At 14, yes, in high school.
That.
And then my mother worked for a not-for-profit organization at that time,
Okay.
helping. It's ironic, helping women that are struggling with a variety of things, and they're homeless. And so I would go there, help, pick through donations,
Yes.
see what was clean, what was dirty,
Yes.
things that we could keep, help the women around the house, just basic life skill things,
That's
cooking
very
in the
ironic.
kitchen.
Good.
Yeah, isn't it? Isn't it?
It's like your life path was like chosen like really
Literally-
soon in life.
Let me tell you, everything just fell into place for
Yes.
me. And I never I went through my trials.
Yes.
But I never tried to fight against, working in the human services field.
I love that.
Yeah.
What was your experience like at SU?
It was amazing.
Okay.
It really was. And I tell people that every day. 'Cause some people say, well, SU is so big. How did you get in tune with your teacher or your professors and your classmates? And yes, I'm a little bit older than
Yes.
some of my classmates.
That's fine.
But Let me tell you, I had one who just reached out to me like, Ash, can I use you as a reference?
See?
I'm like, yes, girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what was your first year like after college?
So my first year after college, because I did take a break.
Yes.
So I actually should have finished SU a while ago.
Okay.
But life lessons, I had some experiences that I had to go through that honestly made me the woman that I am today.
I love that.
Okay.
Okay.
And so going back, I feel like it just really finalized things for me and helped me prepare for what I'm dealing with now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
Okay.
You're not need to mention your age.
Okay.
Okay. What advice would you give to women who would like to go back to school at a later age?
Do it.
Do it?
Do it. There is no reason why you shouldn't do it.
Okay.
Because the only thing that's stopping you is you, you know? There's no, you know, you might have an obstacle in front of you, but what you do is you just figure out what resources you can tap into them, and then move forward.
I love that.
That's all.
So back to 14. She's 15 now.
Yeah.
Just let you guys know. Okay. What kept you grounded and kept wanting to be a social worker and kept moving that direction? Because a lot of teenagers, they see things and like, okay, maybe that's not for me. And they
Right.
want to transition. What kept you going to be a social worker?
I can definitely tell you God. I have to give thanks all to Him. And then my mother.
Your mom
They're
sounds
my foundation.
amazing.
She is.
Like, does she live in Syracuse?
She does, yes. She actually is the assistant dean. This is a new position because she was
Okay.
a professor there.
Okay.
Assistant dean for the human development department.
Where's that?
It's actually right next door to the social work department. Yep. So we're in the same building.
Y'all neighbors. Y'all work
Yes.
together. Eat some lunch together.
Right.
I love that. So after your first year, you said that, no, you went back.
Yes.
Okay, and
Yep.
then you finished.
Yes.
Okay. What was the transition like for social working as a job? Which was your first job as a social worker?
So my first job as a social worker after leaving SU,
Yes.
I'm still there. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. And so it's different because while I took a pause from school, I was in a management position still within the social work field, just
Okay.
didn't have the degree.
Yeah.
But now I'm doing more like community networking, helping individuals coordinate different services that they need.
Okay.
Psychosocial, can't even speak.
it's okay.
Psychosocial assessment. So
Yes.
really just meeting that person where they're at, figuring out everything that they need, breaking it down, and then coordinating it.
Okay.
Crisis intervention. So someone's having, like an anxiety attack
Yeah.
or something really unfortunate happened. So I'm like a first responder.
I love that.
Yeah.
How has that affected you, like mentally and emotionally?
One thing that social work teaches you is you have to have boundaries and you have to have self-care. Well, you have to take the time for self-care. I'll say that.
Yes.
So it doesn't really affect me. I see it. I deal with. Actually, you know what? Let me not say that.
Okay.
It does affect me because it's not easy to see someone going through something. So you really just have to have empathy. You have to be present and understand that this is a person. They're going through something.
Yeah.
You're there to help them.
Yes.
But don't take that on for yourself because
Yes.
I have a family. And I have to go home to them with sound mind.
Yes.
I do.
It's a lot of weight to carry other
Yes.
people's energy and what they're going through.
That is correct.
Okay. What has been the hardest thing you have dealt with when it comes to being a social worker?
So I actually had, and this story is very, very, I'm going to try to keep it short, but it was very traumatic, and it was a life changer for me. I had to help an individual not commit suicide.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and this is kind of strong. She actually had the item that she was going to use to her neck.
Wow.
And I literally stopped and prayed. My staff at the time came to me and they said, Ashley, such and such is in the room.
Yeah.
She has this and she's just panicking.
Oh,
I stopped, I prayed, and I just went because that scared me. And my job was really to make sure that everybody in this building is safe, including the residents and the staff.
Yes.
So I just went right to her and sat there. We sat there for about an hour. Yeah. That was traumatic for me.
like I feel
Very.
like I almost like teared up.
I know.
With that.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
We cried together. Her and I, we cried together. We prayed together.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so what is the youngest you have worked with?
So the youngest I've worked with, dating back to 14.
Oh, yeah, that was
So they were about like 6 and 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
They were little. And then I had some teenagers too. Same
Yes.
age as me. I'm like,
That's what I
I'm
mean,
gonna
like
do this.
literally at the age that you were at 14 versus the 14-year-olds now.
Right.
That's just crazy.
It
just
is.
to even think of stuff like that.
Right.
Now, Ashlee, please let us know about Psalms 23.
Yes.
House of Psalms 23.
yes.
What is this?
So House of Psalms 23 is a transitional facility for homeless women,
Okay.
primarily women that are reintegrating into the community from incarceration,
Okay.
and women that are actively fleeing domestic violence.
Wow.
Yes. And so our program is designed to house these women for up to 2 years.
Okay.
It's completely voluntary.
Okay.
But
Wow.
yes, it is. But the goal is, while it's a completely voluntary program, there are services within the facility that I don't want to say we require, but we encourage,
Okay.
because the goal is to empower them
Yes.
to, reach self-sufficiency. And so we're providing education. So we're linking up with different organizations in the community that can come in, teach some basic life skills.
Yes.
Yes. GED. They
You're
wanna get their GED.
amazing.
Listen.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
So how did this all start?
This started, this is ironic.
Yeah.
Something that my mother actually wanted to do.
I'm gonna need to meet
but
your mama.
You will.
Okay.
You will. She's ready.
Yay.
Something that she wanted to do, and she was a single parent raising a teenager myself, and I was a busybody.
She did good though. She did good.
She did.
Yes.
I thank her every day. I didn't think her when I was younger, but
Trust me,
teenagers.
I'm at the teenage stage now as well.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. It's different.
So, this is somewhat a dedication to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, she wanted to do something like this. She didn't have the time.
Okay.
And I feel that, I have the entrepreneurial mindset. I'll say that. And I know how to navigate the systems with that social work background.
Yes.
And so, that's what I'm trained to do. And I'm like, this is what it is. The name itself came from a scripture in the Bible that really stuck to me when I was going through my trials, because like I said, I had some life experiences.
Yes.
That scripture really helped get me through.
Wow.
Every night I prayed it. Yeah.
What is that scripture?
That is from Psalms 23,
Yeah.
and it's actually the entire scripture. I won't say the whole thing,
you don't
but
have to.
the
That's
gist
fine.
of it is
Yeah.
just being still, waiting on God, being patient,
Aw.
rest, and by the waters. And I have this thing with water. I'm
Yeah.
just so in tune with it.
Me
but
neither. I love water.
by the waters, He'll guide you, and just follow His steps. Yep.
I love that.
I'm here today.
Yes.
Based off of that.
I am
Yep.
glad you're here today. Okay.
Yep.
So how can women get in contact with you?
Yes, so they can email me at houseofpsalms23@gmail.com.
Okay.
They can call me. The phone number is listed on the brochure, but yes.
We're
Yep.
gonna post all the
Okay,
information on there.
perfect.
Yup, yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So how long has House of Psalms been around?
It literally has been around for like 2 months.
What?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. The idea has been formulated for about a year.
Okay.
I was going to move to Georgia next year. Yes, and I actually wanted to start House of Psalms there.
You can do both.
I can.
Yep,
Yep.
yep.
And that's the plan.
Yes.
Yes. And I just had so many people saying, Ashlee, it needs to start here. Like
Yes.
the seed is
that,
here.
that just gave me chills. It was supposed to start
Yeah,
here.
yep. I couldn't do it. So I'm like, I'm going to stay and I'm going to work on this and we're going to make this happen.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how is it going for you now?
It's going. When I say everything is flowing, so the biggest thing is we're looking for a building.
Okay.
We have the foundation. The board has formulated,
Okay.
which I am so thankful for those women. They are amazing, really pushing me.
Yeah.
So we have like the basic things. We're applying for grants to
Okay.
get the funding for the building.
Do you know what building that you want to do?
We do have like a location where we want to be,
Yeah.
but there's some things that we're working out with the zoning administration.
Yeah.
And
You're gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
prayerful. I'm remaining prayerful.
How many women do you have now?
Right now we're running just like workshops.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes, because we don't have the building to like actually house people.
Yeah.
We're just doing workshops.
Okay, so
Yes.
you're literally going to house the women.
Yes, yep.
Wow.
We're going to house them for up to 2 years. And during that time, like, we're working on all those different things so that when they transition out, they're going into their own apartment, which this is one piece I forgot to
Yes,
add.
go ahead.
Yes, we're working on a donation room and having items for them to put into their apartments. So they're
Wow.
set up when they leave the program.
That is beautiful. Well, I don't know why I'm getting all emotional. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought that you were going to house them. That's really good. Like,
Yeah,
this is going to be a blessing.
it really is.
Okay.
It really
And
is.
so what is the age group?
The age group is 18 to 30.
Okay.
That's what we're starting at.
Okay.
Eventually, down the lines, we'll increase the number.
Yeah.
But ages 13 through 30 is really what we want to target.
Okay, this is going to go far.
Yes.
This is beautiful. Okay.
Thank you.
Ashlee, what is your next accomplishment? What's the next thing you would like to accomplish after this? Or even with this, what is your plan for the next 10 years or 5 years?
Yeah, actually, I mentioned it. I want to branch out. I
Yeah.
want this to be across state lines because it's something that's needed.
Yes.
I obviously will have to do the groundwork and do research in those
Mm-hmm.
different states, but that's my goal. Because the mission is real. Like,
that just
we're
gave me
here to
chills.
empower people.
Yes.
And you can do it.
I
Like
love
I said,
that.
the only thing that's stopping you is you.
I
So,
like Well, Ashlee, is there anything else you would like to share with the viewers when it comes to Psalms 23 or just even with yourself?
okay. I can mention that we're hosting a silent auction in the
Okay.
next couple of weeks.
Yes.
And so that is very exciting for us.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that.
Make sure you give me the information for that
Yes.
because we'll post that on the social media pages.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect,
I
perfect.
love that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Ashlee, thank you so much for coming on.
You are so welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You are amazing, first of all.
No, you are. Like,
Women empowering other
Okay.
women,
Thank
okay? We are going to post all the information on our social media page. Please share, because this is something that's absolutely beautiful, and this is your purpose, and it's beautiful.
it is, and it feels good.
It does. It's literally giving me chills. So
Wow.
yes. That's a
Okay,
good
so
thing.
it's real.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. Catch us on our next episode. See you later.
Hi, my name is Ashlee, and the words that I live by is really the only thing that's stopping you is you. Any barrier that you're facing, tap into the resources, work it through, overcome it.